Hi everyone, I hope we're all okay, hope we're all keeping safe and keeping active. Today got some games aimed at Key Stage 1 really, so Reception Year 1 and Year 2. This is perfect for you guys. It's about 20 minutes long, all based around tennis. So what you'll need really is a tennis racket or anything that can be used as a racket. So I've got mine here, a bucket or a bin or anything that can be used as a target. About 5 balls that can be used, so either a tennis ball, a foam ball, or anything else that you think could be used, and then some markers as well. So I'm using some stones that I found in my garden here as kind of my little markers. So to get started off with, we'll do a quick warm-up game to get our arms in the swing of things. So what's going to happen, you're going to put a bucket out, and then you're going to get your 5 balls and 5 markers. So put your bucket down, take 1 step back, and then you're going to put a marker down with a ball, and then you take another step back, marker and a ball, and then another 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what is going to happen for this one is, if you're at the first marker, you've got to try and throw the ball and get it in the bucket. If you get it in, you score 1 point, and then you're going to take a step back. And if you get it in from the second one, you score 2 points, and then 3 points, 4 points, and then 5 points. And then at the end, you can add up all of your points. So if I only get the first 2 in, I'd have scored 1 point and 2 points. So overall, I'd have scored 3 points. So if you guys want to get that sorted out, and or if you already have, that's brilliant. And we'll see how many I can get, and then we'll compare how many points I get. So this one's worth 1 point. Yes, 1 point for me. Take a step back, this one's worth 2 points. Yes, so that's 1, add 2, that's 3. Third one, this one's worth 3. Yes, so 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Number 4. Yes, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the last one, really far away. Oh, yes, I got it in. So I scored all 5. So I scored 15 points on that one. Oh, wasn't expecting that, but that's cool. Okay, so I'm going to get my balls back and I'm going to have another go. If I want to make it harder, I can make the distances a little bit bigger. So I can take my last one and move it further back. Or if I want to make it easier, I can make the distances a little bit shorter as well. Or I could just make my bucket a little bit bigger as well. So I'm going to have another go, see what I can do. 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to have another go. So I'm going to start here. So, yes, that is 1 point for me. Again, you're going to keep going, seeing how many you can do. Top tip, try and keep your hand looking at the target, because if my hand looks out to the bucket, the ball will hopefully go towards the bucket. If it looks to the side, the ball will go to the side. So we want to see how many points we can get by keeping our hand looking at the target. So I'll start again. This one. So hand towards target. Boom. There's 1 point. Oh yes, 2, 3. And this one. Oh no, my hand was looking to the side, so I don't score that one. But I can carry on. I can take a step back, but I just don't score the 3 points for that one. And then, oh no, missed that one as well. And then the last one, let's see, 5, yes, so 5, add 2 is 7, add 1, that is 8. So overall, I scored 8 points for that one. So if you guys want to keep going at that one, seeing if you can beat my first score of 15. 4, and then 5. Yeah, like I said before about the top tip about keeping your hand looking at the target, that's exactly the same in tennis when you're using your racket. If your strings look in a certain place, that's where the ball will end up going. So you always want to make sure your strings look forwards and your hand looks forwards as well. So imagine a face and always get it looking where you want to go to. Okay, so let's start using the racket then now. So you can leave out everything that you've got. We won't need it, but we'll need it for a little bit, sorry. So what is going to happen is you're going to grab your racket and you're going to see if you can balance the ball on your racket like this. So we're going to see if you can keep it nice and flat and try not to let the ball move around or fall off. Oh no, if it falls off, that's absolutely fine. You can just pick up your racket again, pick up the ball, and then try and balance it on here. If it's too easy, if you're finding it too easy, then you can try and roll the ball all the way around the rim like this. It's called around the moon, so it's all about having good control. So if you find it easy, you can try and roll the ball all the way around the racket like this. If it falls off, oh no, that's fine. Just pick it up again, and then you can have another go. Whoosh. See how many you can do in a row. Take your time, but obviously if it's too hard for you, you can just try and keep it balanced on there for as long as you want as well. Okay, second one is we're going to try and walk around with the ball on the racket as well like this. So I'm going to stand up nice and tall, keep my ball on my racket, and just go for a little walk. Walk in the dog around like this, trying to keep it on. If it's too tricky, this one, and if you have a cone, you can put the cone onto your racket, put the ball on top of the cone just to make it a little bit easier, and then you can carry on. But if you're okay, you can just leave it off there like this. So I'm pretty confident, so I'm going to take mine off, and then I'm going to walk around, walking the dog, seeing how long I can keep it on for. If it falls off, oh no, I can just pick it up and start walking around again like this. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, if you want to, using the markers we had before, you can try and walk in between all of your markers, or all of your cones, or in my case, all of my stones on the floor. So I'll start here, and I'm going to walk in between them every single time. And then as soon as I get to the end, I can turn around and go back the other way again, trying to keep my ball balanced on my racket like this. Seeing how many we can do. Okay, so if we've all done that, then now we can try and speed it up a little bit. But if it's too tricky, you can carry on just walking. But if you do want to make it a little bit faster, you can start moving a little bit faster to make it a bit trickier. So if you're older ones, if you want to start walking around a little bit quicker, maybe try a little jog. Try to walk through all of the markers like this a little bit faster. If the ball falls off, no need to worry. Just pick it up, put it back on, and we can carry on. And get faster and faster. And then if you want to move around anywhere you want to, you can do. Trying to keep it on here. Always try and keep the ball on the strings. I don't want the ball in the triangle here because that's really easy. So try and make sure you keep the ball on your strings like this. Keep the cheese on the cheese grater. Seeing how long you can go for, how fast you can move around as well, while still keeping control. Okay, so we'll have 10, 15 seconds left of this, so we'll walk around. Walk. I want to go through the goals again, so I'm going to move in between them. And then we'll stop there. Okay, this one is the final level. This one is quite tricky. So what is going to happen is, I'll just move that a second. You're going to start with the ball on your racket like this. You're going to flip the ball up into the sky, try and let the ball hit the floor once, and then try and catch it again. So it's going to be a flip, bounce, and then if you can catch it, that's fantastic. Try and catch it like that. There we go. Catch it like a sandwich. So flick it up, bounce, and then catch like this. So we're not hitting the ball up loads. We're just doing it one, flick up, bounce, and a catch like this. Good job. Trick for this one, is always keep your strings looking up to the sky, because that's where we want the ball to go. If our strings looked forwards, then the ball will go forwards and it'll run away from us. And we don't want that. We want to keep the ball nice and close to us. So we're going to flick it up to the sky, let it bounce, and then give it a catch. So flick it up, bounce, and a catch. I want to see how many in a row we can do like this. There we go. 2, up, bounce, 3, yes, up, bounce, 4. Oh no, I dropped it. So my high score is 3 in a row. So I'm going to keep going to see if I can beat 3. Trying to keep my strings facing the sky like this. There we go. There's 1, 2, 3. Can I get one more to beat my record? 4. There we go. We'll keep going. 5. Yes. Little push. 6. Obviously, be careful with this one because if you flick it really, really high and really, really fast, you might lose your ball. So we want to keep it nice and close, nice and controlled. Yes. Up, and a catch. Okay. Final 3. Whoop. Being on grass. 2, and then last one. Up, bounce, and a catch. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so now that we've kind of warmed up our coordination, so we've kind of used where the ball is and kind of judged it with our racket and our hands, we're going to try and hit the ball a bit now. So we're going to start playing a little bit more proper tennis. So, using your markers from earlier, what we're going to do is, instead of trying to throw the ball in the bucket from the marker, you've just got to try and hit the bucket with the ball from the marker. So, my bucket's here, that's my target. My ball is going to be on the floor. I'm going to get my strings to look at the target, and then I've got to give the ball a little push and try and hit my target there. So I scored 1 point, and I'm going to keep trying to do this. If I can get 3, yes, I can then move to the second marker, so I'm a little bit further away to make it a little bit trickier. So I'm going to hit it, then, oh no, I missed. So I'm going to grab another ball, and then I'm going to try and hit it again. Yes, there's 1 point. Yes, there's 2 in a row. Because I've got 2 in a row, if I miss this one, oh no, that's fine. I can keep going, I can keep carrying on from 2. So if I've got this one, yes, that's 3 I've hit now, so I can now move back to the third one. And then keep going. Yes, there's 1 point. Little push. Yes, there's 2. And then last one for this one, hopefully. If I hit it, yes, I hit it. If it's too tricky, like I say, you can bring them closer towards the target, the markers, sorry. Or if it's too easy, then see how many markers you can go back. So see how many steps you can take back. So I've only got 5 here, but if I can get to the last one and hit it 3 times, then I might want to add in another marker, a step back behind that one, or just take that last one a little bit further away. So I'm always making it a little bit harder, and I'm always pushing myself a little bit more. So let's carry on. I got to the 4th one, so I'm going to carry on from here. Push, and then, just about hit it. So that's 1 point for me. Oh no, I missed that one, but that's okay. I carry on from 1 point. Yes, there's 2. Run, grab my ball. And if I can get this one. Oh no, I hit one of the markers. That's fine, I'm still on 2. Yes, there's 3. So I'm on the last one now. I want to see how far you can go back. See how many times in a row you can get it. Trying to stay nice and controlled, keeping those strings looking at your target. Yes, there's 1. Oh, nearly went in that one. 2. Yes, and there's 3. So I have completed all of mine, but we will keep going. I was going to start again, have another go, see if I can do it without missing one this time. Yes, there's 1. There's 2. Getting my strings at my target. 3. Yes. Let's move back to the second one. Yes. There's 1. There's 2. 3. Yes. Haven't missed one yet. Obviously, it's fine if you miss one. You just got to keep practicing and practicing and practicing. Oh, I just about hit it because practice makes progress. So that's what we've got to keep doing. Oh. Yes. Is that 2? Lost track. Can't count. Oh no, I missed one. Oh, it's fine. Grab it, bring it back. Yeah, just about hit it. Oh. I'll use this one. So I'm on number 4 now. Yes. Oh. Yes. 2. Oh, I've hit the marker. Oh. Okay. So I've missed 2 overall. Yes. Final level for me. Let me know where you guys are. Oh. 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 I've missed 3 now. Oh no. Oh. Keep going. Oh. It's a little bit faster. Last 30 seconds. To keep my strings looking at my target, but okay, if we do one more. Oh. Strings at the target, hit it. Oh no! What is going on? Oh, last one. Yes. Oh, cast that one. That is success. So it's getting really windy now. So trying to keep the strings looking at your target the whole time, then the ball will go to there every single time, hopefully. And when we're balancing the ball, try and keep our strings looking up. So try and keep it nice and flat like a bed and not like a slide for the ball to slide off. So, okay, this last game, oh no, it's not last but one, sorry. What we are going to do is a game called floor tennis. So you're going to need to go get a partner, and if you have another racket as well. So I'm going to go grab my partner. Well, if you want to come and stand here for me, please. There you go. A little bit further back. That way. Perfect. What's going to happen is my mum is going to roll the ball to me, and what I've got to try and do is squish the ball and then give it a little push back. So, Mum, you ready? Actually, take a few steps back for me, actually. We'll do it this way. There we go. So, if you want to roll the ball, I'm going to give it a squish like this, and then making sure my strings are looking at my partner, I'm going to give it a little push back to my partner. There we go, like this. Fantastic. You're going to see how many in a row we can do. Oh, yes. 4. Let's see if we can do one more. Woo! That was a bit fast. 5. Okay, so we got 5 in a row. So what we're going to do now, if it's too easy, is your partner can now throw it into some space. And I've got to try and move, squish the ball, and then get it back to my partner, and then get back to my starting place. So if I just move this out here. Oh, so if you want to roll it there for me. I'm going to move, squish the ball, get my strings looking at my partner, and then roll it back and get back to here. So I'm going to move, squish, push, and get back. Oh. Try and make sure the roll stays on the floor the whole time. Oh. There we go. Just take a few steps back for me. Right, there we go. So, squish and a push back. There we go. Squish and a push back. We'll do a couple more. If it's too difficult, then obviously you can stay where you are. So I'm going to go here and I can roll it, squish and a push. Keeping my strings looking at my partner the whole time. We'll do one more here. Boom. Fantastic. Okay, once you've got used to that, you can introduce a second racket. So I've got 2 rackets here. So, Mom, are you ready? There you go. We both did the same game now. So I might move these out the way a little bit. There we go. So now we've both got a racket. We're both going to do the same thing, squishing it, and passing it back to each other. So here, so squish and then a push, a squish and a push. There we go. Trying to get the ball back to each other every time. So in tennis, when you keep hitting the ball to your partner and they hit it back without stopping, this is called a rally. So we're going to see how many we can do, whoop, in a row. Trying to do it nice and slowly. There we go. Squish and a push, squish and a push. If it's getting too easy, you can then start to hit it out to the side for your partner to move onto. If you miss the ball, oh no, that's fine. You can just run, grab it again and start again. So a little push, squish and a push and a squish and a push and a squish. There we go. See how many you can do, keeping your strings looking at your partner. And finally, the last level of this is we're going to take away the squish. So if you feel like you can hit it back first time,
yes,
you can hit it back first time. Are you ready, Mum?
yes.
The ultimate level. Let's see what we can do. So we're going to go 1. Oh, Mum took a squish, but I don't need to. There's 2. And we're going to see how many gentle taps we can do to each other. If I need to take a squish, I can do, but try and hit the ball back first time as long as you can. See how many you can get. If you drop it, oh no, we start again from 0 and see how many we can get in a row. So you ready, Mum?
Yeah.
Let's get to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, oh, and through the legs, 17. So I want to see if you guys can beat a score of 17. So, hope you've enjoyed these games. First game, like I said, was all about judging where the target is, it's getting your hand to going towards it. Second game was all about balance and control. And then third and fourth game was learning about where your strings have to be to get the ball going to there. So, stay safe. Hope you enjoy all these games and see you soon. Give them a wave, Mum. There we go. Bye.